This video is going to explain one of the chapter in Principles of Economics. But before that, let me and my friends introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Hazwan.
Hi, I am Arisa.
Hi, I'm Dira.
Hi, I'm Aimi. This video will be covering about Chapter 4, Elasticity.
There are two types of elasticity, which are elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply.
Elasticity of demand is divided into three parts: price, income, and cost. For elasticity of supply, it has only price beneath it.
First, we are going to see price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is used to measure the responsiveness of quantity demanded to changes in its own price. The formula that we are going to use is percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price, or in some cases, we can use the second method to find the value of elasticity. These are the degree of price elasticity of demand. First, for perfectly inelastic, quantity demanded does not change as the price changes. For example, quantity demanded of medicine remain the same even though the price increase. It is because patients cannot change their consumption based on price. The value of price elasticity of demand is equal to 0. Second, for inelastic, it is a condition in which a change price of good causes smaller percentage change in quantity demanded. For example, an increase in the price of petrol will lead to a slight decrease in the quantity demanded. The value of elasticity is between 0 and 1. For the third one, unitary elastic is a condition which a change in the price of good equal change in quantity demanded. The value of elasticity is always equal to 1. Next one, elastic. A change price of good causes bigger percentage change in quantity demanded. For example, when the price of chocolate increases by 5%, the quantity demanded for the chocolate will fall by 10%. The elasticity value is greater than 1. Lastly, perfectly elastic. The change in the price will change the quantity demanded by an infinite value. As you can see, the demand curve is perfectly horizontal. You will get infinity for the value of elasticity. Now, we are going to see the determinants of price elasticity of demands. First, availability of substitutes. A good with more close substitutes will have a higher elasticity. When price increase, consumers can change good to another good. For example, tea and coffee are substitutes. If the price of tea increases, the consumer may change to buy the coffee. Second, nature of goods. The demand for essential goods is inelastic. For example, consumers still have to buy rice even when the price is increased. Meanwhile, the demand for luxurious goods is more elastic. Even the change of prices is small, there is a large change in quantity demanded. It is because the consumer can choose to stop buying the luxurious goods if they want. Third, consumers' habits. For consumers who are habituated to goods like cigarettes or coffee, the demand will be inelastic because it becomes an essential item to them. As a result, smokers will want to smoke no matter how expensive the cigarettes are. Next, joint demands. For complementary goods, the elasticity is linked in a similar way. For example, if the demand for bread is elastic, the demand for jam also becomes elastic, and vice versa. In addition, time frames. In the short term, demand becomes more inelastic. It takes time for consumers to notice and respond to price change. Also, in the short run, the goods that are demanded will have limited substitutes. Lastly, level of income. For consumers with high income, they have an inelastic demand because being richer, they are less sensitive to price changes. These are the relationship between total revenue and price elasticity of demand.
Now, let's see the income elasticity of demand. First, the definition is to measure the responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in income. To get the value of elasticity of demand, divide the percentage change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in income. In some questions, you also can use the second formula to get the value of elasticity of demand. For income elasticity of demand, there are four responses. First, inelastic income. The type of good is normal good, such as food and clothing. An increase in income leads to an increase in the quantity demanded, but the increase in demand is less than the increase in income. You will get the value between 0 and 1 for the elasticity of demand. Second, elastic income. The type of good is luxurious good. Like inelastic income, an increase in income leads to an increase in the quantity demanded. But for elastic income, the increase in demand is more than the increase in income. The value of elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Next, negative income elasticity. The type of good is given or inferior good, like broken rice and used car. The decrease in income will lead to an increase in the quantity demanded. You will get a negative value for the value of elasticity of demand. Lastly, zero income elasticity. The type of good is the necessity like rice, vegetable, and salt. Doesn't matter if income increase or decrease, the quantity will remain unchanged. the value of elasticity of demand is always equal to 0.
Next, I am going to explain about the last type of elasticity of demand, which is cross-elasticity. Cross-elasticity of demand is used to measure the sensitivity of quantity demanded one product due a change in the price of other related product. There are two ways to find the value of elasticity. First, divide the percentage change in quantity demanded of one good to the percentage change in price of other good. You can also use this second method. There are three responses of cross-elasticity of demand. For complementary goods, it will bring result on negative cross-elasticity. When the price for a good decreases, the quantity demanded of other good will increase. You will get a negative value for elasticity of demand. For example, coffee and creamer. Next, for independent goods, like coffee and socks, the value of elasticity of demand is 0. An increase in the price of good will give no impact on quantity demanded for another good because both products are not related. Last but not least, for substitute goods, it has positive value of elasticity of demand which is greater than 0. When the price of goods increase, the quantity demanded for another good will increase too. For example, coffee and tea.
I am going to explain about the one and only type of elasticity of supply, which is price. It is used to measure the responsiveness of quantity supplied to change in its own price. The formula is percentage change in quantity supplied over percentage change in price. In some cases, you can use this second formula. These are the degree of price elasticity of supply. First, perfectly inelastic. No matter how the price changes, the quantity supplied remains constant. For example, medicine and drugs. The value of elasticity of supply is equal to 0. Second, inelastic is a condition which a change price of good causes smaller percentage change in quantity supply. You will get the value between 0 and 1 for the elasticity of supply. For example, petrol. Next, unitary elastic. A change in the price of good equals change in quantity supply. The value of elasticity of supply is always equal to 1. Other than that elastic, a change price of good causes bigger percentage change in quantity supply. For example, chocolate bar. The elasticity of supply is greater than 1. And the last one is perfectly elastic. The change in the price will change the quantity supply by an infinite value. Now, we are going to look at the determinants of elasticity of supply. First, technology advancement. Modern methods of production expand output, so the supply tends to be elastic. The production of outputs will be slower when all methods of production are used. Next, time frames. If the time period is short, and the supply cannot be expanded after a price increase, the supply is relatively inelastic. The third determinant is the availability factors of production. When factors of production like land, labor, and capital are available, supply tends to be more elastic. Other than that, nature of market. When product can be sold in different markets, supply become more elastic because a price fall in one market can be a good thing for other market. For example, as a supplier of coconuts, if the market price of coconut milk decrease, the supplier still can sell to the producer who produce coconut oil or sugar palm. The fifth one is the availability of inventory. If inventories can be kept without loss of quality and at low cost, supply will be more elastic. It is because the quantity supplied can be added very quickly in the market, assuming that variable factors are readily available. The last determinant is perishable and non-perishable. The quantity supplied is price inelastic for perishable goods. Perishable goods are goods that cannot last long, such as fruits and flowers. Meanwhile, the quantity supplied is price elastic for non-perishable goods. Non-perishable goods are goods that can last long, like houses and televisions.